So you all have seen it. The Superman teaser trailer is out. You all have seen it already. I've already given my opinion about it. Honestly speaking, I'm not really digging it. Like I'm not so impressed about the trailer. The quality from the Superman suit itself, I'm not really impressed. I prefer what Zack Snyder gave us in Man of Steel. Like the quality of Henry Cavill's suit was top notch when it comes to the aesthetic, the texture, the Kryptonian crest on the suit. Everything was just nice. It was just unique in its own time. But when it comes down to David Consuet's Superman suit, I'm not really liking it at all. I don't even know why they brought back the trunks. It's unnecessary. I feel like it's goofy. It might have worked in the comics, but I don't think it's necessary in live action. When it comes down to the quality of the trailer, the color grading, the whole picture of the trailer in itself, I guess we've gotten the vibe of the movie just by seeing that teaser trailer. Crypto is in the movie, crypto is in the trailer. So I've already told you this is a family friendly movie. It's unlike Man of Steel, which is also a family friendly movie but more serious. Man of Steel had a more serious tone. You would compare Man of Steel to movies like James Bond, Mission Impossible, or Lord of the Rings because those kind of movies have serious tone. They are more epic and serious when it comes to the tone and the mood of the movie in general. But just by seeing this 2 minutes teaser trailer from James Gunn Superman 2025, I can tell that it's going to be very very comedic. Right at right almost at the beginning of the trailer, they had to put the write up there saying that this is from the director of the Guardians of the Galaxy. The trailer has the same tone as the Guardians of the Galaxy, the Suicide Squad by James Gunn, and Peacemaker. So when you even look at the color grading is just basic color grading. An iPhone user can just color grade that kind of uh, work and post it on the internet. It's just basic color grading. So today I would like to proceed by reading an article that comes to us from The Direct. It says Superman 2025 movie, all seven villains confirmed to appear. From Lex Luthor to Maxwell Lord, seven villains are already confirmed to appear for the Superman movie. So let's just dive into this article get uh, so that we can know what this movie is all about. I guess just by knowing the villains that are in this movie, you can tell the direction James Gunn is headed with this movie. You can tell the vibe of the movie. James Gunn's Superman will boast an arsenal of seven villains confirmed so far, but only one will stand above the rest as the main antagonist. The villains of Superman will have plenty of adversity to contend with, as many superheroes are already confirmed to feature, including the Man of Steel, Hawkgirl, Guy Gardner, Green Lantern, Metamorpho, Mr. Terrific, and Crypto. And here is another issue because when you look at this Superman teaser trailer, you don't have any choice than to compare it with Man of Steel. You understand? Or let's just say you don't have any choice than to compare it to the Snyderverse. I remember when BVS came out, the only supporting cast we had in that movie was Wonder Woman. BVS was basically about Superman and Batman. In fact, the title tells you that Batman versus Superman. So the only supporting cast we had there was Wonder Woman. And yet fans came out back then and they were trashing that movie, complaining, saying that the movie was overcrowded. But now in a solo Superman movie, you are seeing Hawkgirl, Guy Gardner, Metamorpho, Mr. Terrific, and Crypto as supporting cast. So compare this to that and tell me which is more overcrowded. So that's the hypocrisy that is in, you know, presently in Warner Brothers. So let's just continue with the article. The villains in Superman movie is as follows. Lex Luthor. X-Men First Class actor Nicholas Hoult was once up for the role of Superman, but lost to David Cornswet. But the British star still found a place in the 2025 blockbuster as the legendary DC villain Lex Luthor. James Gunn confirmed that the billionaire genius and Luthor Corp founder, who has a never-ending vendetta against Superman, will be his movie's main villain. Luthor is renowned as the arch-nemesis of Superman, coming up with nefarious schemes using his wealth and manipulating others to cause his, his torment. So, this is the backstory for Lex Luthor when it comes to the Superman arc. So, Lex Luthor is basically Superman's arch enemy since the beginning of time. So, you can't even have a Superman movie without Lex Luthor. So having him as a villain, he has to be the main villain. Even if you have to introduce Darkseid to a Superman movie in part 2 or part 3, Lex Luthor has to be involved in one way or the other. You cannot separate Superman from Lex Luthor. So the second villain that was mentioned in this article was Eve Teshmacher. I don't know if I pronounced it correctly. Let me say it again. Eve Teshmacher. Eve Teshmacher is Lex Luthor's assistant, created for 1978 Superman. Valerie Perrin played her role, but this time the role will fall to actress Sarah Sampiano. Luthor's assistant isn't entirely evil per se, as she questions his schemes but still happily plays along with them as part of her job. I think we also saw her in BVS. I can remember one almost Asian looking lady, like with this kind of fringe, black fringe haircut with uh, office glasses. I can remember someone like that from BVS that was working alongside with that version of Lex Luthor. I've forgotten the name of the character that played him, but I think we also had her in BVS. While Teshmacher won't pose a physical threat to Superman, perhaps she could find herself going toe to toe with Rachel Brosnahan's Lois Lane. Wow, that would be interesting to see. To see this office assistant of Les Luthor have a kind of rift with Lois Lane, while Superman has his own conflict with Lex Luthor. That would be entertaining to see. Another villain that was mentioned in this article was Otis. Bringing back another character from Richard Donner Superman's movie is Outer Banks author Terence Rosemore as Otis, Lex Luthor's goofy and dim-witted henchman, who the late Ned Beatty originally played. Otis' role in Superman ought to be minor, but he will still presumably get his time to shine with some memorable moments opposite Nicholas Holt's Luthor. Okay. Angela Spiker, the engineer. Okay, I pretty much like this picture. She looks like a silver robotic creature, kind of like Cyborg. It would be nice to see this kind of character in this Superman movie. The article continues by saying Venezuelan actress Maria Gabriela de Faria will play Angela Spiker, aka the engineer who dabbles between the villainous and anti-hero sides. Due to the nanities in her bloodstream, the engineer has a liquid metal body that can shapeshift, interface with technology, manipulate electricity, and fly. That's pretty much reminds me of Cyborg's superpower, as in his abilities. They are so similar with that of the engineer. Superman won't be a one and done for the engineer, as she is famously a member of the Authority, who will officially lead a DCU ensemble during the Chapter 1 slate. No release date or creative team has been announced yet. While Spiker was absent from the Superman teaser trailer, a glimpse at the engineer suited up on set surfaced online during production in March 2024. Yes, I remember that time. That was the time when what is it called? When set production photos were just coming out on the internet. That was the first time we really had a glimpse at David Consuet as Superman in his suit. That time they were having that shoot at Cleveland in Ohio. So we also had some set photos too of uh, of the Fortress of Solitude being shot at what is it called? That place that is always snowy. You understand? I've forgotten what that at the North Pole. Yeah, yeah. My bad. Sorry about that. So we also had pictures of the set production going on at the North Pole, and I think that's where we got to see the engineer. The thing was that we didn't really see her in this form right now, in her comic accurate form. We saw her in a kind of black suit. So I just hope that they give us the comic accurate version. I don't want anything different other than that. I just hope they give us the comic accurate version of the engineer. So at the same time, I think we are supposed to get a an authority, as in the authority movie coming up too. But James Gunn has recently come out to say that it's not going to be in live action anymore. It's going to come out as animation. I get, because an authority movie is going to be, it's a team up basically, like the Justice League or the Eternals or the Avengers. It's a team up, so it's going to be very expensive to portray in live action. So I guess they want to go on the cheaper route since Warner Brothers stock is really sinking low. So it's a good idea to bring out the authority on animation in order to save some money. So let's move on to the next villain, an unknown kaiju monster. Yeah, I saw this in the trailer, and apart from the fact that I saw it in the trailer, I've also heard about it. We've also heard about it before, that there is this kaiju in the upcoming Superman movie, and a lot of comic book readers were taking it back to, were trying to link it up with a Superman villain that appeared in the comics. Not just Superman villain, a Justice League villain that appeared in the comics. And this villain basically is an island that produces kaijus like Godzilla and all that. So this island is a villain. It's a living, breathing island that produces kaijus. So I think that is where they are getting this unknown kaiju monster that we saw in the trailer. During the teaser trailer, Superman faced off with a fire-breathing kaiju monster in the skies of Metropolis, the exact origin of which are unclear. The creature doesn't resemble anything from DC Comics, but it could be the result of Lex Luthor's scientific experiment or something of alien origin. You can tell that the writer of this article is not conversant with the DC Comics as much, because that I just told you about a living, breathing island that produces monsters looking like kaijus. Ultraman. While Ultraman has not been officially confirmed for Superman yet, leaks and rumors revealed his antagonistic presence in the DCU flick. We already know Ultraman is coming up in this movie. We already saw him in the leaks. We already saw him in the set photos. That huge guy that was taller than David Consuet, putting on black from head to toe with the U symbol on his chest. So that must be definitely Ultraman. But the thing is, we don't know whether he's going to take his comic accurate look later, i.e., the identical Superman who fights against Superman, also known as Evil Superman. Fans even glimpsed at Ultraman arresting Superman with Frank Grillo's Rick Flag Sr., currently appearing weekly in Creature Commandos. Unlike DC Comics, Ultraman, a member of the crime syndicate from elsewhere in the multiverse, the DCU version will reportedly be a Superman clone, presumably played by David Cornswet, created by Lex Luthor. Maxwell Lord. Before Superman started filming Guardians of the Galaxy, star Sean Gunn, brother to director James Gunn, has cast as the evil DC businessman Maxwell Lord, played in Wonder Woman 1984 by Pedro Pascal. While the Deadline reports stated Lord will be referenced in Superman, it was unclear whether Gunn will appear, but he will feature in future DC projects. His background role was teased by set photos of several Justice League heroes with a Lord Tech logo on their suits, indicating ties to his enterprise. Yes, that's the thing. We all saw it during the set photos that came out in July this year, last summer. So we all saw the set photos. If you look at Guy Gardner and Hawk Girl, you would see that they were not putting on their original Green Lantern suits. Instead, they had this suit with Lord logo on it. I think that's a Maxwell Lord's company, Lord Tech. So they had that suit with Lord Tech logo on it. So I guess maybe, not maybe, it has to be that Maxwell Lord had, spoken to them at one time in the movie to asking them to work for him, and at that time they were working for him. Then by the end of the movie, Superman had to, get them to turn around from working for Maxwell Lord and, embracing who they are as true superheroes. So we already get the backstory of this James Gunn universe, like I said. So it's just basic Guardian of the Galaxy formula. That happy-go-lucky movie. It's nothing. There's nothing unique. When Zack Snyder came out with Man of Steel, BVS, and Justice League, we can get by the tone and the mood of that movie that it was something serious, something grounded. That is, if superheroes were to exist in this world as it is today, this is how they would be. You understand? And I agree with that. But James Gunn is like, from the whole tone of the Superman trailer, even from the tone of Creature Commandos, you can tell that it's all going to be goofy. It doesn't have any seriousness to it. Let's continue. In a post on Threads, James Gunn teased how it would be a bit reductionist to call Lord a villain, perhaps pointing to a more anti-hero agenda. Superman hits theaters on July 11, 2025. So that pretty much sums it up. I'm not really hyped about this movie. It's not my thing. It's not my thing. It's giving me Guardians of the Galaxy vibes, Peacemaker, the Suicide Squad vibe, which I prefer the first Suicide Squad produced by David Ayer. That one had a more serious tone. But this is just giving me a kind of happy-go-lucky vibe, comedic vibe. And, with what we are facing now in current times, we are facing real serious issues. And just like the war in the Middle East, the war between Israel and Hamas or whatever, the war between Russia and Ukraine, these are all serious issues. And if superheroes were to exist in this time, they would take those issues seriously. But James Gunn is turning everything into a comedy. So I'm not hyped about this movie. I'm not hyped about it. If this movie were to release today, I wouldn't spend my money to see it. I'll just relax. You understand? So anyway, Anyways, I'll be coming out with more news concerning the upcoming Superman movie. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share to all social media platforms. Thank you.